I'm going to knock him out. That's what I came here to do. First round, it's going to be early night. He's going to get hit with the right hook right away, and I'm going home early. We don't get paid for overtime. This is going to be a spectacular performance, and there's not a lot of pressure. I'm prepared. I'm genuinely sorry. I want to apologize in advance because I know the emotional turmoil you're going to go through. You're going to go into hiding. That's who you are. You love to go and hide, and so that's what's going to happen.
Influencer-turned-boxer Jake Paul is set to extend his winning streak to 6 as he faces off against former WBC middleweight champion Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. in a thrilling 10-round cruiserweight bout on Saturday, June 28th. The high-stakes showdown will headline a stacked pay-per-view event starting at 8 p.m. ET, live from the Honda Center in Anaheim, California. Jake Paul, who began his professional boxing journey in 2020, is fresh off a unanimous decision victory over Mike Tyson in an 8-round clash last November. Now holding an impressive record of 11-1 with 7 knockouts, Paul looks to solidify his path toward a world title shot.
And I think these guys don't know what they're getting themselves involved in. And I see the sparring partners they're bringing in, and it's just no one that can match what I'm capable of in the ring. And it's going to be a very upsetting night for him.
Julio, que te va a romper tu madre, güey. Más. Better said than done. You're going to fuck him up. I think that's the easier way to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
En español.
Lo que tú quieras, whatever you feel.
English, please.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey!
English,
Jake,
please.
for speak, for talk, you're better than me. That's for sure. And boxing, find out Saturday.
Chavez Jr., a seasoned fighter and former WBC champ who held the belt from 2011 to 2012, enters the ring with a 54-6-1 record and 34 knockouts, having recently secured a unanimous decision win over Uriah Hall last July.
Fight. Put both the Chavezes in there. I'll whoop senior and junior.
Dile que cuando él nació, yo ya era campeón, dile.
When you were born, I was already a champ.
There's 2 things you can't beat. There's 2 things you can't beat. Me and your drug addiction.
According to DraftKings Sportsbook, Paul is a minus 575 favorite, while Chavez Jr. is the plus 400 underdog. Odds also suggest the fight is likely to go the distance, with the over-under for total rounds set at 8.5, and Paul by decision listed as the most probable outcome at minus 110.
Julio, what are your thoughts on Jake Paul as a fighter? Do you think he's good, and can he be a future world champion like he says he can?
No, I don't think it's good. I think he train hard, but he's not a good fighter. No es buen boxeador. Jake Paul no es buen boxeador.
At the final press conference, tensions flared as both fighters went face-to-face and made bold declarations. Jake Paul, confident and ambitious, described Chavez Jr. as a very tough test.
Jake Paul versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
I think it's one of his toughest fights.
It's definitely his toughest fight. Jake, I feel like, has gotten stiffed a few times this year with who his opponents were gonna be. This is what I don't understand about people hating on him. He's not fighting tomato cans. Every single person that he fought had a chance to beat him, and by the way, people believed that they were probably going to beat
every time.
This guy is a real boxer, so it'll be another opportunity to show that Jake Paul is a real boxer.
But emphasized that this fight is a critical step toward his ultimate goal, a shot at the unified cruiserweight titles held by Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez. He's a great fighter. I like big names, legendary names, and he's on my path to a world championship.
Guys, it is fight week. Jake Paul versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. And I'm gonna give you my picks, Golden Boy style, baby. All right, guys, Raul Curiel, Victor Rodriguez, both guys are undefeated, fighting for a world title eliminator. Who do I got? Raul Curiel, late stoppage, great fight. Floyd Schofield, Tevin Farmer, youth versus experience. I've got Floyd by late stoppage, and a new star is born. Zurdo Ramirez, unified world champion, taking on Torticos, the #1 contender. Who will win? In an all-out war, Ramirez will end it with a 4th-round knockout. All right, Jake Paul, Chavez Jr., experience or ambition? After a back-and-forth battle, Jake Paul edges it with a split decision in the 12th. June 28th from the Honda Center, live on the Zone pay-per-view.
Paul declared, "This is a tough test, a very tough test, but I'm here to challenge myself and do big things in this sport and then make a title run after I beat him on Saturday." Jake, known for his self-belief and promotional flair, added, "They're saying this is the hardest he's ever trained." And he's right. I'm not a good boxer. I'm a great boxer.
He's a big guy for even 140. You know, I was at 35 for a long time. That was like killing me. 40, just like, I feel like, didn't you go, you skipped 140, right?
No,
I've had a
couple.
Oh, you
I did. Sheamus, you skipped 140.
Oh, Sheamus? Okay.
Yeah, for your rematch.
Somebody skipped.
Right. Hey, Jake Paul?
Yeah.
Or Chavez Jr.?
Oh, shit.
No, he's gonna come back.
Oh, okay. Well, who you got at that one?
He's going to say, watch out, watch out, watch out.
I really don't know what the state Julio is in.
He's good, he's good.
Is he? I mean, I can Jake handle Mexican pressure fighter?
Thank you.
You know, it's tough. Yeah, you're not used to that, you know?
He also hyped up the full card, crediting his most valuable promotions team for assembling an action-packed lineup. This is a stacked card. This is how MVP does it. No one else in boxing is doing it like this. We have amazing fights all the way through. I grew up watching Holly Holm. Floyd Schofield is an incredible talent.
Can Chavez do this? Here we go. DW at Walmart. Let's go. Okay, let's see.
And in my first fight, I was on the same card as Tevin Farmer. There's a lot of history here. This is going to be amazing. Meanwhile, Chavez Jr. remained skeptical of Paul's boxing skills and didn't mince words. "No, I don't think he's good," said the Mexican veteran. "I think he tries. He trains hard, but he's not a good fighter. He's definitely not a good boxer. If he were a good boxer, then everyone else on this stage would be a legend." Chavez Jr., now 39, brushed off any notion that Paul had gotten under his skin, saying, "That's the only way he can get attention because in boxing, he really has nothing to get presumptuous about."
Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. is a former world champion, a cruiserweight world champion, the same weight as me, the same size as me, and 20 years more pro boxing experience than me. For you inbreds, let's get the excuses out of the way. Last week, Paddy Pimblett beat Michael Chandler, and the whole world lost their mind. But not a single person mentioned Michael Chandler's age, and that's because he's still within his prime ages. The same age as Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. If people didn't have a problem with Paddy, then why do they have a problem with me? So when I beat him, don't even try to cry about his age.
Confident in his preparation, he added, "I always prepare to take a win. I'm here to win, and that's why I'm so confident that I will win." The Paul versus Chavez Jr. card is brimming with talent and excitement. In the co-main event, Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez the unified WBA and WBO cruiserweight champion, puts his titles on the line against Cuban power puncher Uniel Dorticos. 27-2, 25 KOs.
Cocaína.
How did you call it?
Fake Paul.
So next time the fans should say fake ball, fake ball.
Fake Paul. Fake Paul. Oh my God. Drugs are bad. Good, but so bad for the future. I don't have discipline, so I have 2 years discipline, clean, doing everything right. I'm sober for the first time 2 years and more than 10 years. More clear with conditions. Athletes with alcohol and things like that is never good. So I look great in the gym, so I wanna look great at the fight.
If you could give Chavez Jr. a nickname, what would it be?
Cocaína.
Ramirez at 47-1 with 30 KOs is eager to continue his dominance in the division. In another anticipated matchup, unbeaten lightweight Floyd Schofield, 18-0, 12 KOs, from Jersey City faces former world champion Tevin Farmer, 33-8-1, 8 KOs, of Philadelphia in a technical, high-stakes bout. The undercard also features combat sports icon Holly Holm, 33-2, and 3-9 KOs, who returns to boxing against undefeated Mexican prospect Yolanda Vega Ochoa, 10-0, 1 KO, in a lightweight battle.
I'm going to knock him out. That's what I came here to do. First round, it's going to be early night. He's going to get hit with the right hook right away, and I'm going home early. We don't get paid for overtime. This is going to be a spectacular performance, and there's not a lot of pressure. I'm prepared. I'm genuinely sorry. I want to apologize in advance because I know the emotional turmoil you're going to go through. You're going to go into hiding. That's who you are. You love to go and hide, and so that's what's going to happen.
Fans can also look forward to LA's explosive super flyweight John Scrappy Ramirez, 14-1, 9 KOs, going head-to-head with Soleto Henderson, 10-2, 7 KOs, of Indianapolis in what's expected to be a fast-paced slugfest. With so much on the line and a card stacked with legends, champions, and rising stars, June 28th promises to deliver one of the most unforgettable nights in boxing this year. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed this in-depth breakdown and preview of Jake Paul versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell icon so you never miss out on the latest fight news and updates. Drop your predictions in the comments. Will Jake Paul overcome this very tough test, or will Chavez Jr. prove too experienced in the ring? Let us know what you think, and we'll see you next time right here on the channel.